becoming a millionaire. The thought can be overwhelming, isn't it? What if I told you it is achievable? Actually, even teachers, with their long hours and relatively low pay, can become millionaires. How do I know that? It's thanks to the National Study of Millionaires that tells us that the top 5 careers are actually management, engineering, teachers, accountants, and attorney. Surprising, isn't it? Actually, building wealth is not rocket science. It's making conscious decisions, developing good habits, and having the mindset that serves you and not the other way around. So join me as we dig and explore the 7 simple steps based on Dave Ramsey's financial principles that are going to help us work on our way to becoming millionaires from 2025 onwards. We have all been there. At some point in our lives, we struggle to make ends meet, drowning in debt and wondering how we'll ever save enough. It's a vicious cycle and it's hard to break free. The harsh reality is that most of us are not taught how to manage our finances effectively. We've never been taught how to create a budget, how to invest, how to build an emergency fund. Did you ever know what an emergency fund is? As a result, we rely on credit cards, loans, and other forms of debt to get by. And before we know it, we are stuck in a debt spiral that's hard to escape. We are constantly bombarded with ads and promotions that encourage us to spend, and spend more. And we do, without ever stopping to think about the long-term consequences. And we end up with a lot of stuff that we don't actually need. We look good, we try to look good, and we actually go nowhere. The truth is, wealth requires discipline, patience, and persistence. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. So, how do you break free from this cycle of debt and financial ignorance, you might ask? Well, that's where Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps come in. Let's go through them quickly before diving deeper. Step number 1, save $1,000 as an emergency fund. This is your safety net, your peace of mind. It's the foundation upon which you will build your financial future. Step number 2, pay off all of your high interest debt using the debt snowball method. I'm talking about credit card debt, auto loans, you name it. What you're going to do is you're going to list out all your debt from the smallest to the largest, and you're going to attack them one by one. Step number 3, save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a savings account. Basically, it's going to be your final emergency fund. This is your cushion, your backup plan in case you lose your job, have a family or health emergency, and you cannot work anymore for a certain period of time. Step number 4, probably one of the most important, is investing 15% of your income in retirement accounts. This is your ticket to financial freedom, your opportunity to build wealth over time. Step number 5 is really cool. This is saving for college, for education, for your children. Doesn't have to be college, could be other type of education. This is really your gift to them, your chance to set them up for success early in life. This is one I'm very excited about, and I'm going to tell you why just after that. Step number 6 is paying off your mortgage. Yes, I know it's a controversial issue, but this is your chance to own your home free and clear and build generational wealth. Step number 7. This is the pinnacle. This is the final step. You're going to build your wealth and give generously. You continue building your wealth, right? But this is also your opportunity to leave a lasting legacy, to make a difference in the world. Now, I know I went very fast, so let's dive deeper into each of these steps and explore how you can implement them in your own life. Step number 1 is saving $1,000 for emergency. It's not going to be easy, but it's essential. This fund will cover unexpected expenses like car repair or medical bills and prevent you from going further into debt. The best way is to make it automatic. Open a new savings account and create an automatic transfer of like $100 or $200 every time you get paid. The money will disappear into your emergency fund account. Before you start using it, you'll never even see it. And before you know it, you will have put $1,000 on the side and you'll have your first emergency fund and your first cushion. Now, we're going to go to step 2 and we're going to take care of all of your high interest debt. And we're going to use what's called the snowball method. What you're going to do basically is you're going to list up all of your debt from the smallest amount to the largest amount, and we're going to attack them one by one. Every month, you're going to pay the minimum, of course. Then, every extra money you have, you're going to put it to the top, and you're going to continue until it's paid back. And then, you rinse and repeat until all of the items on the list are gone. This is gonna give you a sense of accomplishment and a momentum as you pay off each of the debt. This may be the longest and the hardest step, but it's so much worth it. Now we're going to step 3. Now that you've paid all of these debt, we're gonna focus on saving 3 to 6 months of expenses to have a large and a completed emergency fund. How do you do it, you might ask? You're gonna look at the past 3 months of expenses to have a good idea of how your average month look like. And once you found your average month, you're gonna multiply it by 3 or 6, and you know how much money you need to save. And we're gonna reuse the technique we had from step number 1. Automatic bank transfer from your regular checking account to your emergency fund savings account. You're going to continue saving $100 or $200 or more if you can every time you get paid until you reach your 3 to 6 months number. This will give you such a great peace of mind knowing that you have a cushion in case unexpected events happen. And honestly, if you are employed, not by a company, but you are self-employed, you go above 6 months, you go up to 9 months. It might be a better cushion. That's really depending on everybody, but personally, I've managed to go up to 9 months. Now we are going on to step 4. You don't have any debt. You have an emergency fund, so you can concentrate all your efforts into building your own wealth. And you're going to be doing that by investing 15% of your income into retirement accounts. I know it may seem really daunting, but it's crucial. This is your ticket to financial freedom, your opportunity to build wealth over time. And you've heard about this retirement account before, I'm sure. And maybe you're already there. If you're in the US, it's the 401k, the IRA, Roth IRA. And if you're in Japan, it's the DC, the iDeCo, or the NISA. Let's start with the 401k and its Japanese cousin, the DC and the iDeCo. A certain amount is taken from your salary every month and immediately invested in a few financial products every single month. The amount you can contribute every year is capped, though the limits are quite high. It's $23,000 for the US for the 401k and up to 55,000 yen in Japan. And it's great for 3 reasons. The first one is that the money never reaches your bank account, so it is like an automatic saving that you do not need to worry about. It also reduces your taxable income and it's very tax advantageous when you withdraw it upon your retirement. And the third one is that some employers actually offer contribution matching, by which they contribute an amount equivalent to your own, basically doubling your contribution. It's free money. It's really, really great. As you can see, the example on the screen. And even if your employer does not offer this kind of service, you might be able to leverage other retirement accounts such as iDeCo and NISA in Japan, or IRA, Roth IRA, or HSA in the US. There are 2 main differences though. The money you contribute is before tax, though you may receive some tax deduction like it's the case for iDeCo in Japan. And there is no employee matching, so you don't get free money. But they offer so many tax benefits. Over the long run, they help you build your wealth, that there is no question about choosing them. Really do it if you haven't started, and if you have started, please max out your contributions. Step number 5 is saving for college for kids. It may not be a priority for everyone, but if you have kids, I think it's really important. This is your gift to them, your chance to set them up for successful life so they don't start life with a massive loan on their back. You may not be able to pay for all of their education, and actually, you don't have to do it. Just do what you can to help out. This is actually the step I am in right now, and it feels great. I won't be able to call the cost of a 4-year degree in university or anywhere they decide to go, but I'm sure this is going to help them a lot. And I know that I'm going to have another few years and I'm going to be able to finish putting this money aside, and I'll be able to move to step number 6. So now that we have our emergency fund fully funded, we don't have any high interest debt, we are putting our money aside for retirement, we are putting money aside for the children, in case you have children, for their education. Now we are ready to go one step further, which is step number 6, which is one step before the final step. So we are really, really pretty advanced on our way to becoming millionaires. The step number 6 is paying off your mortgage in full. It looks daunting, it may take time, but it's so much worth it. Some say it's not necessary, and especially if you have a low interest mortgage, it's actually a hotly debated topic. But I think it's really interesting, and it's really the step just before step 7, before accomplishing everything, and it's really also an important step on the way to becoming millionaire. So bear with me and listen up. I really see it as an extra investment to build your wealth over time, an extra saving if you want. This is really your chance to own your home, free and clear. You can feel accomplished, that you have a place to retire that is your own, no more paying. You can sell it to scale down because the kids are out, and you can pocket the difference and use this money to finance your retirement and have a little bit of extra cushion or extra luxury. Or you can keep it and make plans to pass it on to the next generation. Your kids, your grandkids, if you have other family member. It's a real generational wealth building opportunity. So although it's hotly debated, I encourage you to think about it and know whether or not it makes sense for you. Now, let's go to step number 7, the final step. Build wealth and give generously. We are continuing to build wealth, right? We'll keep putting money on the side. The money we've put on the side generates more income, maybe increases in value over time. So we are quite well set up. So this step is to continue doing that, obviously, but it's also the opportunity to leave a lasting legacy, to actually make a difference in the world. And why should we do that? How do you do that? Basically, it's by giving to charity. It is actually helping people that are less fortunate than you and I, because when we arrive at step 7, we have everything that we need from a financial standpoint. And some people may have hit a rough patch, maybe are not as lucky, maybe they are few steps behind and they may need a hand. So I think it's really important. And I honestly, personally think it is the right thing to do. That's at least what I think. And that's why it's really important. I'm really passionate and I tried to start doing it actually already. But I know it's really personal. It's a matter of choice. So I leave that one up to you. Out of all those steps, one stands out as the cornerstone of success, saving for retirement. By investing 15% or more of your income towards your retirement, you are setting yourself up for success. And actually, according to the national study of millionaires, 3 out of 4 said that regular, consistent investing over the long run is a key of their financial success. So make this step a priority for you. These 7 steps are simple yet powerful. They've been tried and tested and they work. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are and where you are on your journey and which step you've decided to start with. And if you're new here, do not hesitate to subscribe for more content like this one about personal finance and wealth building, like these videos here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.